I heard from someone that if a person urinates then makes wudu and afterwards a drop or two of urine come out, that these drops are excused and one still maintains his wudu and tahara. The ulama dispute whether a small amount of najasa is excused or not. And they dispute whether urine is included in that. And they dispute the specific amount that's considered excusable. But listen to this carefully. If someone urinates, then performs istinja and wudu, he cleans himself and he does wudu, and afterward, whether walking or standing or sitting, he's absolutely certain that drops of urine came out no matter how small the amount is. And it's not mere waswasa. It's not baseless doubt. It's not obsessive whispering. He's certain, and it's not waswasa, and he's a healthy individual with no valid medical condition or valid excuse, like for example incontinence. If that's the case, he must go back, wash the part of his clothing that was affected, no matter how small the amount is, clean his private parts again, and then repeat his wudu. The correct opinion is what Al-Buhuti, the Sheikh of the Hanabila during his time in Egypt, mentioned in Kashaf al-Qina. He actually had a chapter, فصل لا يعفى عن يسير نجاسة ولو لم يدركها البصر. A small amount of najasa, for example, like this, is not excused even if the eye cannot detect it. And he mentioned the verse, وَثِيَابَكَ فَطَهِّرْ. This is what I believe to be correct and what I believe is backed by proof, and it's without a doubt the safest opinion. The warning against the najasa of urine is general, and it's severe, and it's strict, and it's stated in direct and explicit terms. For example, the hadith in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, and some of the Sunan, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed by two new graves and he said they're being punished even though they're not being punished for something that's considered major. And he said about one of them, كان أحدهما لا يستتر من بوله. That's the narration in Sahih Bukhari. In Sahih Muslim, the narration is وكان الآخر لا يستنزه عن البول. يستتر and يستنزه, the key words in that sentence. He was negligent in protecting himself from urine. He didn't prevent it from soiling his clothes or his body. He didn't take proper precautions to avoid it. If this is the case for someone who's merely negligent, then imagine the ruling for a healthy person who's certain that urine has gotten on him. Violating this is attached to the punishment of the grave, which makes the matter all the more serious and terrifying. In fact, Ibn Majah rahimahullah ta'ala placed this hadith under the title of Bab al-Tashdidi fil Bawli, the chapter on strictness concerning urination. This shows how the ulama understood this hadith. It's a warning of the seriousness of negligence regarding urine and the strictness of the shar' in maintaining purity from it. Yastanzih. Istinzah from urine is guarding oneself from urine splashes or any drops reaching the body or clothes. It's cleansing oneself after urinating. And if urine comes into contact, it must be washed and removed in order to attain tahara. Purifying oneself from urine is a ibadah. And we strictly adhere to the proof in ibadat. And due to the strictness surrounding the impurity of urine, any exemptions from its rulings require clear and explicit evidence. Speculative proofs, or claiming umum al-balwa, or using qiyas on other matters, or making things easy for youngsters. These and like them cannot stand against a solid, explicit, general proof regarding the strictness of urine impurity, no matter how small the amount is. Some, and I've heard this, some apply the rulings related to waswasa, such as sprinkling water over the private parts and clothes in order to dispel the uncertainty, to dispel the waswasa. They wrongly apply these rulings that pertain to someone with waswasa to someone who's actually certain that drops of urine have come out. There's a clear distinction between someone experiencing uncertainty, like waswasa, baseless doubts, and someone who's certain that urine has been emitted. Some also apply the rulings for someone with involuntary urine release, someone with a medical situation. They apply the rulings for someone with salasul bawl to a healthy person who experiences a few drops of urine. And there's a clear distinction between the two. There's a distinction between someone who has a medical situation and someone who's healthy and is certain that he released some drops of urine after making wudu.